Those who work in law enforcement spend each day or night in an office of a different sort.
They spend 10 to 12 hours a day in it. It's where they write their reports. That's where they do their work. It's their mobile office. So it needs to be configured so it's convenient for them to do their work.
Vehicles used in law enforcement are pushed to the limit to answer the call of a demanding job. In Bloomington, half the fleet is replaced each year.
Police work is inherently dangerous, and part of what we do as police officers is we have to drive fast and get places safely. If we don't get somewhere safely, we're not helping anybody. So we need to keep our equipment current, and we need to keep it in good working order, and that's part of the reason you see our fleet getting rotated over on a 2-year basis, so we have the latest updated equipment and in good working mechanical condition.
In 2013, the department purchased 10 Ford Interceptors, which have already hit the streets.
The Crown Victoria was a rear-wheel drive vehicle. The new Police Interceptor sedan and utility will be an all-wheel drive vehicle, which obviously is very beneficial in our state with the snow that we get. I think you'll also find out that this new Interceptor vehicle, whether it's utility or the sedan, is going to be much more fuel efficient than the old Crown Victorias. The sedans are rated at 18 and 26 in the city highway respectively. They're also, I think, 35% more efficient at idling than the old Crown Victoria. So I think the city will see a substantial saving in just fuel from these new vehicles to the past Crown Victorias.
Bloomington's patrol fleet has changed significantly over the course of the last 60 years. Chevy Bel Airs could be seen patrolling city streets in the early 50s, Chevy Biscaynes in the 1960s, and Ford LTDs in the 1970s, which were used up until the Crown Victorias became popular in law enforcement. It's not just the car makes and models that have changed in time in the city, the color has as well.
When I first started on the police department 25 years ago, the car was white, and it had, I think, like a blue stripe, and it said just Bloomington on the side. And from that, we progressed to the current black and white, which I think most people realize is a very traditional approach. And I'll be honest with you, I think it changed just because it's more traditional, and people like the look of it. As far as we touched upon why our traffic cars are a little more inconspicuous because they're used to run traffic law enforcement, and we don't want them to be quite as readily identifiable as a police vehicle as we do as our marked units in the fleet.
There are two types of Interceptors, a sedan based on the Ford Taurus and an SUV based on the Ford Explorer.
So we wanted a blend to evaluate both cars to see what they were like, and also a blend because there is a little bit of a cost differential between the utility and the sedan, but that cost differential isn't that much with the utility, and we figured that the utility will have a much better resale to the general public once we're done with them, and that's why we're looking at the utility as well.
According to Commander Olmstead, law enforcement officials were involved in the design of the Ford Interceptors, and as a result, some specific needs of officers were met. This includes wider seats to accommodate utility belts, large trunks, and a fully enclosed back seat to separate the officer from the offender, which also serves as a roll bar should a rollover accident occur. Bloomington plans to have its entire fleet outfitted with Ford Interceptors before 2015.